Hello and welcome to PMC English. I'm Idris and we are back again with our guest. And before I introduce the guest, I want to say a quotation here. If you want to understand everything, you better go deep into the nature. Now you might have guessed that we are with Mr. Prasad from Prakurthivanam. A very warm welcome. Namaste, sir. As we had a discussion last time about organic farming and how people's health has been impacted with the wrong kind of food. Extending that interview further, I want to know, there are lots of hype about this Omicron now. Last time we were discussing just the virus, COVID-19 and the Delta and other variants. Now this Omicron has come. Why do you think that people's immunity is so weak, even though there's a lot of education about balanced diet, dieting, and a great availability of variety of fruits, vegetables, and grains and whatnot?
Yes.
So what do you think, what's the reason that people are finding it difficult to fight such a small invisible virus?
See, when we once started claiming ourselves as a great race, human beings, we claim ourselves, it is a civilized nation, civilized culture and all that. Right. We are missing the real connection with the nature. We disrespect the people who are living in the forest, who are living simply elsewhere, not exploiting the resources from the nature, like coal, diesel, petrol, electricity and all that. We disrespect them. And in the process, we really lost connection with the mother nature.
Right.
So we all now think that something which is coming out from the lab with a certificate that this food has so much protein, so much fiber, so much carbs and minerals and all that. So that is a big misguiding factor, that the kind of test you do and give a certificate is not just enough to take care of our health. It is a wholesome and what you call a multi-level thinking that is required to be a part of this nature. What is missing is we think that we add some nutrients and make it mineral rich, we add A vitamin, this rich, that. It's all nonsense. See, nature has given you few things to use in those particular season. Mangoes are coming in summer season, so that if you consume in summer, your colds and other fevers which might affect you in rainy season in June, July with the monsoon, you will have immunity for that. Right. It's very simple. Any animal will do that. The cow will graze only grass. Even if it is dying, it won't eat chicken or mutton, or vice versa. The tiger will not touch the grass, even if it is dying. We are the only people, even if the fish and non-vegetarian is smelling bad, still you coat it with garlic and ginger and things and make it look like a vegetarian, and then you eat it. So we do lot of things which are against nature. Right. And you wanted big protection, that human race are the highest in the thing, and it cannot happen. See, if the nature decides that you are not part of the nature and you are not useful for the other creatures, the nature itself will eliminate you. Right. That's what Stephen Hawking, the great scientist, said, that in another 1,000 years, this earth will not be useful for humans to dwell. So which will survive? Maybe some crocodiles, maybe some cockroaches, maybe some lizards, maybe some flies, maybe some butterflies. They will be surviving. We are not going to survive for another 1,000 years. Right. Why then millions of years old ice is melting down, and you are seeing all these issues as a small part. The majority is the percentage of the whole population are suffering with diseases like blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, thyroid problem, 100 other things. So why then you have access to variety of food that no other animal will have? You are eating the birds which are flying, the creatures which are floating, the sea creatures, any animal, fruits, vegetables, everything, and still you are in the hospital. 30% of the people have already suffering with some disease or other. and other people psychological and mental and other things. So what is happening? Yeah, Omicron, your Delta, Alpha, all these viruses, after that some Noacron, Democron, so many things, so many crons will come. What the nature has done, initially the virus Delta variant was very serious. In the second wave, a lot of people perished with the disease. Not only just old people, but youngsters, people who are sports person and good health, they also got affected. There are a lot of research happened on this in the last 2 years. The people who have natural immunity, who are exposed to soil, who are exposed to sun, who are exposed to natural food without processing, they have resistance. And even if they are exposed to the real virus, they get immunity. Plenty of antibodies present, including me. After 1 year, 9 months, I got infected in 2020, July. Now I tested my antibodies for 5 times every 3 months. They are in plenty in number. The important antibody is called neutralizing antibodies. See, there are 100 police, but only 10 people will be fighting. Other 90 will be behind. They'll be saying, oh, come on, hit it like that. He will not be fighting. So the neutralizing antibodies are the antibodies which are going to fight with the virus. So the test has come now. It's available in big hospitals. The variant, initial variant, the alpha, delta and all were deadly. So later, the nature itself has pity on humanity. And they said Omicron is a very simple virus which will not harm. It just comes like a flu, like a cold and cough. And whatever protection you take, it is coming through aerosol or however. And it has infected almost the whole population in the world. So why? Because you are unable to fight back the strong virus, nature has given you a chance so that it is a wholesome vaccine. It's a good nature-made vaccine. So if it comes, your body will fight, and since it is a light virus, it will eliminate it and antibodies will come, and probably those antibodies will last for a long time. I'm not sure, but it might. So in the next variant, it could be some virus in France, new virus has come, COVID something, now they are saying. So any virus, it can fight, that's what I feel. So why all this is happening? Since the way you are living is against nature, the way you exploit the natural resources and you construct and eliminate all the forest and other species, with the technology, all the sparrows and many butterflies, many honeybees are gone. And basically the microbiome, which has to be present in the forest and with the nature, 35% of the microbiome, 1/3 of the microbiome is missing in the cities.
Right. Can you elaborate this microbiome term?
Yeah. See, if you take 1 gram of soil, it will have at least 100 crores. That means 1,000 million. That is 1 billion microbes. And in the soil, and also in the atmosphere, where you go to the forest. That's why if you do some cooking in the forest, it is so tasty. And if you make the curd in the forest, it have a different taste. And in the cities, many times you see the curd will be sticky, and it will not be tasty. It has some foul smell, because the microbiome, the bacteria which is present in the soil and the atmosphere is missing there. So naturally, it has to be a wholesome food that has to be present. So when the microbiome is missing, the variety of food what you take, the food that is produced through agriculture or through some other means, it is missing the natural qualities that has to have. So the 1/3 of the microbiome, the microbes are missing, and you are part of this entire nation. You are not exclusive. The man is not exclusive, and you are part of the nation. What happens when you have about 70 trillion cells in your body? You have 10 times more microbes in your body and inside your body, in your gut, in your mouth, everywhere. So that means around 600 to 700 trillion microbes are living along with you. And they are sacrificing their lives for your happiness and your health. So what are we doing? We are sanitizing, we are gargling, we are putting antibiotics, we are using chemicals and started eliminating, and we are putting urea and DAP and chemical farming and killing the microbes in the soil, microbes in the atmosphere, spraying and killing all the pollinators and other things. And we are putting some food, it could be rice, wheat or whatever, a mango or fruits, but it's all exploited and polluted and less nutrient food. So when you are eating this, naturally your immunity is less. That's why man has access to variety of food. 40 years ago, whatever is grown in that place and in the particular season, no refrigerators, no micro ovens, no storage godowns. So fresh they used to carry from farm to home. It could be papaya, it could be sitafal, it could be drumstick, it could be some vegetables, whatever. Every day they used to carry and cook fresh. So they could sustain many viral and bacterial diseases in the past centuries, like Spanish flu or many other like chicken pox, whatever. Lot of things we faced all that. So our genetic memory has all this, how to tackle different problems which are going to come. Now since we are gone away from the nature, now we are suffering all this. Eating good food, breathing good air, doing pranayama and meditation, and close to the forest and close to the trees, if not forest, that will give you sufficient immunity to live for 100 years, maybe 80 years or 90 years. Now children 20 years age, they are diabetic, they are hypertension, they have 100 issues and psychological problems. Why is this happening? The whole humanity has to think whether what we are doing is right, celebrating birthdays, burning crackers and doing so much of havoc to the nature.
We're destroying the nature.
Yes, right. So the nature is just seeing, looking at you. A man, you are jumping up and down. So I'm going to put a comma with corona. If you still continue it, I'll put a full stop. In another 1,000 years. See, 1,000 years is not a big time for the earth or the nature.
Absolutely.
It has been there since some billions years. Right. It has seen the massive dinosaurs getting eliminated, and it has seen the massive birds which are flying across the globe got eliminated, many things. So man is here from the last 2.5 million years, that's all. So it is looking at it, and if you don't just surrender to the nature and understand the beauty of nature, this is going to eliminate you for sure.
Right. Very wonderfully said. And as I understand, you say that the food, the quality of food in the market, the quality of nutrients is absolutely rubbish.
Yes.
In a way. That's the reason we are not getting proper nutrients, even though they have put a label, they have got a certificate, and it's still not the way it should be. Yes. Right. And secondly, you say that humans are themselves responsible for this havoc. The havoc they created, they are getting it back. So what we have given to nature, it's giving us back. Right. So that was really interesting. This topic has been a wonderful topic, discussing this particular topic about the nutrition in cities. And even though there's a lot of education, and still people are not getting what they are expecting. So I really thank you for the insights that you have given us about this particular topic.
Who looks outside dreams?
Who looks inside awakens.
What would you love to do if you get a day off?
I would like to play cricket.
Meditation is my life.
To be awake is to be alive.
updates, positive updates.
Digital Karnataka Dhyana Mahayagna organized with divine guidance of Patriji.
A thought, you are expending energy. When you look something, you are expending energy.
On the day of Buddha Purnima celebrations, Patriji further spoke about the betterment of Mother Earth.
Catch the latest only on
Spiritual updates worldwide.